Hello, hello. So, sorry I keep messing with my hair. It's raining in New York, so like my hair is kind of all messed up from the humidity and the rain. But today is the day that I finally leave to go to France. I'm excited. I'm very nervous, but I'm excited. I'll do a quick outfit of the day. I'm wearing this Bonjour Berlin shirt. I'm pretty sure it's from H&M. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure it's from H&M. I got it like a few years ago. Just cause, I don't know, it's really just like cute. It's like not too touristy, so it's like you're probably not from France if you're wearing a shirt that's like says bonjour, but also like you could be and you're just like cool. So I don't know, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I'm going to probably leave in about an hour. If you're from New York or like you've traveled here, you know that the airports are so far away from everything. So it's gonna take me like an hour and a half to get to JFK from Manhattan, where my boyfriend lives. I've been watching Grey's Anatomy all day, if you can see in the background. It's about 5 o'clock. My flight leaves at 11:30. It was originally supposed to leave at 10:30. It got delayed because of the rain, so fingers crossed there are no more delays. But yeah, I think the biggest thing I'm nervous about right now is just getting my luggage to the airport and then from the airport to my best friend's apartment in Paris, because I'll be staying there for a night, and then Friday afternoon. My days are gonna be all messed up, but then I think Friday afternoon I'm taking a train to Belfort, which is the city that I will be placed in. I'm doing teaching assistant program in France, for those of you who didn't watch my first video, and I'll be living in France for 7 months. So yes, me trying to get my super heavy suitcases to the airport is definitely going to be fun, but I'll keep you guys updated on the way. And yeah, maybe I'll see you at the airport. Perhaps I'll see you when I'm in France. I don't know, but I will see you guys soon. So it has been quite some time since I have seen you. I've been in France for the past 3 days, I think. And it's been a wild ride. I don't want the tone of this to sound like I'm complaining or like I'm unhappy, because I'm not. As you can tell by my voice, I'm very sick. But I'm excited to be here. It's just been a lot, like, on my body. It's like transporting like both of those suitcases everywhere. So first, like I said in the previous vlog footage, I had to go from Manhattan to JFK, which, like I said, if you've been to New York, you know that is a trek. So I did that by myself because my boyfriend was at work. I've said this already. But so I did that, got to JFK. The handle on my suitcase wouldn't go down, so I had to like open up my suitcase, empty a bunch of stuff out, and like try to slam it into my backpack, and then try to put some of it in my carry-on, and it was a lot. And I felt really embarrassed because everyone was looking at me like, oh, what's she doing? And I was like, guys, I'm going abroad for 7 months. Like, I tried to pack light, but I'm going to a cold region, and you know, so that was the first thing. I ended up getting the handle down, and it was fine. The flight was fine. I got a window seat. There was no one sitting in the middle, so it was great. I flew Norwegian Air, if anyone was curious about Norwegian Air. I paid like less than $300 for the ticket because it was just a one-way, so I really can't complain about the flight. I got to France. Everything in France was fine. But then I had to lug my luggage from the airport to my best friend's apartment in Paris. She's also doing Tapif, but she's staying there, so that was another hour. And then I stayed in Paris for a night. I didn't vlog just because I was exhausted. Like, all my stuff was dead pretty much, because for right now I just have the one adapter for the wall, so I can't charge multiple things at one time. I am getting more adapters though. So I didn't vlog. We also didn't really do like anything touristy. We just like hung out in like the local Parisian spots and had some drinks and just like caught up with this girl that we knew from Alabama who lives in Strasbourg. She's a law student there, but she was in Paris for a few days, so we caught up with her. And that was pretty much it. The next morning, my travel trials began again. I thought I was going to Gare de Lyon, which is near my best friend's apartment. So I was hanging out with her friend who was also in town for the weekend. As you can see, there was a lot going on. So we like hung out, we got coffee, and like went to the boulangerie. Everything was fine. And then we got home, I looked at my ticket, and I was actually going to Gare de l'Est, which is a bit further away. So I was kind of strapped for time, like hurried and like threw my 2 huge like suitcases down the stairs. And what else? Literally everything was just like running together at this point. But we called an Uber X. It was fine. He like got there on time. He only spoke French, so that was cool. I got to practice my French like in private, so I didn't feel embarrassed. But then he was playing American music. It was a fine Uber ride. I ended up making my train. I had about 3 minutes to spare, but it ended up leaving a little late, so that was cool. But I had to stand with both of my suitcases, my backpack, and then at this point I took out my Longchamp, which is like the black bag that everyone has, especially in France because it's a French brand. And so I took that out to kind of take some of the stuff out of my backpack, so it was overflowing, but I had to stand because there was no more seating room, and plus I had 2 suitcases, so even if I wanted to sit, like I couldn't just squeeze anywhere. And I had to stand for about 2 hours on the train, which was also very hard on my body, but then I got to sit for like the rest of the ride. It was about a 4-hour train ride. The last 2 hours were great because I could sit and actually relax. And then my reference teacher, who was like the head teacher that like I'm under for the English department at my high school, picked me up from the train station, and then we got my luggage to the apartment. And then I had to bring all my luggage up 2 flights of stairs to my room. So I've had a wild like 3 days. I'm drinking tea. This is like lime mint tea, which is very good. I got it from the store, liter price. That's near where I'm at. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do this little snippet to close out the previous footage that I had of me going to Paris. I am now in France, in Belfort, which is in the east. It's a small town, but I really like it so far. Everyone's very nice. And my 2 roommates are also very nice. One is from Italy and one is from Honduras. So we have a lot of different languages floating around the house, which I like. I plan on making more language videos just because being in France has really shown me that like I need to actually speak the languages that like I can comprehend. So if you have any suggestions of language videos, let me know down below. But that's all for this vlog. I also started my first day of teaching today, but I'll do a separate video about my first week and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to come and let you guys know I made it to France safely. I am surviving, hardly thriving, but hopefully after enough glasses of tea and enough water and sleep and not moving my luggage around everywhere, I will get better. So I'm about to go do some administrative stuff. I didn't have my first class yet. I just kind of like went to the school and did some administrative like paperwork that I had to do, and then I had my first class in about 2 hours. So I'm probably gonna rest up a little bit before that because if I haven't made it clear, I am exhausted. So I'm gonna rest before that. I also still have to get a French SIM card, and I still have to open up a bank account. So I'm a little stressed. Everything's fine though. I'm excited to be in France. It's gonna be a great 7 months, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao!